Hello and welcome to my TMNT layer. Today, guys, I'm gonna be, just updating you on how the vintage figures are compared to the modern figures, and it seems that a lot of collectors are still more in the hype for vintage figures on Ninja Turtle figures in 2025 than modern figures. Um, I guess vintage figures always retain more nostalgia, maybe, or maybe because some of these figures are, harder to find, or you can't track these, you know, around to stores, or even if you want to find these figures like carded, it's still more difficult to find than to just basically find a regular figure from the new toy lines that are coming out. Um, because I gone to stores and places, and a lot of people base always tells me that they always like collecting vintage over modern figures. And the question comes to basically who the collector is, because I know a lot of people in the community, and I talk to them, and I go to some toy stores that I'm familiar with, and I talk to a couple of owners from there, and they normally get requests from both sides. They always go like new collectors go and they ask, they say, "Oh, have you gotten any of the new toy lines, in stock, or are you gonna get them?" So, I'm pretty sure people still want to collect the modern toys over the vintage, and also like when I go to places or toy conventions, I always see collectors asking for um, vintage Ninja Turtle figures. They're always like either want to buy them either carded or loose figures. Um, I don't know if it's a thing or people want to conserve the nostalgia of the figures they grew up with, or it's either you know something they felt going growing up as a kid, and not be able to have all of these toys, and now that you're older, for most of us, we could actually obtain most of these figures, including myself. When I was very young, I never had an opportunity to own any figures like I collected now. We didn't have the resources, and we were very on a tight budget growing up, so I couldn't afford all these toys. The only way I could obtain them was, if I actually saved my money, every week that I was given by my parents. But it was hard because I couldn't really save as much as to buy one of these figures. Um, it was really hard for me. So, thankfully, as I grew older, I started tracking most of the figures that I liked growing up as a kid, and started getting them. I started searching for them um, until I obtained little by little. But I didn't obtain as much vintage figures as I want to, because most of these toy lines, like I said, from the vintage Ninja Turtle figures, they're a little bit beyond my time, so I couldn't really reach going that far down. I normally went down as far as I could remember myself being a kid. So, you know, that's why I obtained what I have at the moment. And I really want to continue collecting more vintage Ninja Turtle figures, because I feel that these are more unique, and it brings back more childhood memories every time I see a figure, you know, growing up compared to the modern figures. New generation children, it's harder for them to understand when they see just a plain figure with not really much articulation on it, than the new figures. So there's a lot of differences, but coming from the collector and their perspective, the way they're seeing it. So, but for me, I'm just happy that I was able to obtain a lot of figures, modern and vintage at the same time. But I really want to start going back to a couple of vintage figures. I just haven't had any luck finding these. Um, it's really hard, to track figures like this. The only way you could actually obtain some of these is if you actually go to either comic conventions or toy conventions, or any events they hold doing toys. Because other than that, it's really hard to find these figures. So I just wanted to give you guys, that I was doing some research, and I came across that, and I just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of people have different opinions and different ways of collecting. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, but in my point of view, it's always good to have a little bit of both, I would say, because they're still gonna keep making Ninja Turtle figures, new ones, and they're gonna always re-release the old figures in some way. So, we will never miss out on these figures. Um, that's what keeps the hobby fun and the memories going for all of us. So that's it, guys. If you like these type of videos, please leave a like, guys. Subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss none of my videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one.